The late summer sun hung low over Willow Creek meadows, casting a golden haze across the quiet streets. Marcus Thompson eased his old Chevy sedan past tidy boxwood hedges and wild-sided homes, the breeze lifting a faded American flag from a porch. He hadn't been back in decades, not since he was a kid, trailing his grandmother's steady steps under blooming dogwoods. Now, as he slowed near the stone arch at the neighborhood's entrance, the carved date 1962 stirred a pang of memory. He reached out, tracing the chipped corner of the stone, and for a moment he could almost hear her cane tapping the sidewalk. Marcus drove on, pulling up to 118 Willow Lane, a house freshly painted in soft colonial blue. He bought it quietly, 3 transfers, 2 LLCs, 1 hush phone call to keep his name off the radar. The engine clicked off, and he sat, listening to crickets hum in the shrubs, the distant drone of a lawnmower blending with the scent of cut grass and warm asphalt. Then came the sharp click of heels. From the corner of his eye, he saw her, blonde bob, tennis VY sore, khaki skirt, and a white blouse crisp as a hospital sheet. Clipboard in hand, she marched toward him with the swagger of someone who didn't knock, she declared. "Excuse me, sir," she said, stopping 2 feet from his car, voice clipped. "You're parked in a designated fire lane. That's against HOA policy." Marcus turned slowly, meeting her gaze. "Is that so?" he asked, his tone steady, almost amused. She pointed at the curb. "HOA rules prohibit curbside parking here. Move to your driveway. Now." He stepped out, dress shirt sleeves rolled once, shoes dusted from the road. "Wasn't planning to stay long," he said, grabbing a canvas bag from the trunk. She didn't budge. Even a few minutes could block emergency access. He glanced at the curb, no red paint, no signs, no hydrant. "I see," he said, walking past her. "I'll move it. Thanks for the heads up." She scribbled something on her clipboard, eyes flicking to his license plate. Marcus eased into the driveway, and across the street, a woman in a wide-brimmed straw hat watered ferns on her porch. She waved. "You're Lena's grandson, aren't you?" she called, voice warm but firm. Marcus crossed over, staying in the shade. "That's me. I'm Marcus." She nodded. "Thought so. I'm Clara Bennett. Live right here, make a mean peach cobbler. I'll swing by with some tomorrow." He chuckled. "That'd be real kind." She winked. "Kind got nothing to do with it. Your family belongs here, whether that clipboard lady likes it or not." Inside the house, the air was stale, but the hardwood creaked familiarly underfoot. Marcus moved slowly, touching the old piano, the curved shelf, until he found the cedar chest in the guest room. Inside was his grandmother's quilt, edges worn but still faintly lavender-scented. He draped it over a chair and sat, the silence no longer heavy but alive, watching. Later, as the sky turned orange, he stepped onto the porch with a glass of iced tea. Headlights rounded the corner, a white Lexus crept past, slowing. A phone flash caught his license plate. Marcus sipped his tea, muttering, "Some things never change." The next morning, a folded slip sat under his wiper. Willow Creek, HOA violation, improper parking, due law 75 fine. He leaned against the hood, rereading it. No statute, no diagram, just a one-line offense. Down the street, a beige sedan and a pickup sat curbside, untouched. He headed inside, set the citation by the coffee pot, and opened his laptop. A photo on the mantel caught his eye. His grandmother, while VYing in front of this house, the curb behind her bare of any signs. He sighed, pulled up the HOA bylaws, and found nothing about fire lanes or curbside bans. Vague phrases like emergency access as deemed appropriate floated in the fine print. He clicked the screen off. At the community mailboxes, a teen in a Willow Creek Wolves shirt rolled by on a skateboard. "Morning," Marcus offered. The kid nodded. "She got you, huh?" "She gets everyone." He sped off. Nearby, a man leaned against the bulletin board, arms crossed. Tom Harper, hair thinning, frowned deep. "You knew," he said, not quite friendly. "Sort of," Marcus replied. "Lived here once, long ago." Tom studied him. "Folks here like things quiet. No tree shaking." Marcus smiled faintly. "I don't shake trees, Mr. Harper. I just water the ones worth keeping." Tom smirked, but it didn't reach his eyes. Susan knows the rules. Keeps things smooth. Marcus tilted his head. So smooth I got fined for parking on my own street. Tom shrugged. Rules are rules. Marcus nodded. Or suggestions enforced when it suits. Later, Marcus paused by a strip of wasted land across from his house flat grass. Faded mulch, rusted posts. His phone buzzed. Morning, came Gloria's voice, bright as ever. Got your message. That lot, parcel 118B, is privately owned, zoned for residential or community use. It's on the market, negotiable. Marcus eyed the lot, picturing gravel, painted lines, a sign that welcomed instead of warned. I'm listening, he said. Thinking of parking something bigger than your car? She teased. Thinking about space people deserve. The call ended. That afternoon, Susan Harper stood at the curb, hammering a no parking, tow-away zone sign into the ground right where Marcus had parked. He watched from his porch, hand in his pocket, face calm. She didn't look up, just drove off. He dialed Gloria. Make the offer. Now. Minutes later, Susan stormed across the street, sandals slapping the pavement. You can't park there, she snapped, gesturing at the freshly graveled lot where Marcus's car now sat. The lot was transformed clean, edged with young maples. A sign reading, guest parking by owner authorization. Marcus adjusted his watch. It's not community property anymore. I own it. Her mouth opened, then closed. Tom jogged up, shirt half untucked. Susan, let's hear him out. Marcus stayed still. Bought it through my LLC. 7 minutes. Gloria handled it. His phone rang. Gloria, confirm something for us, he said on speaker. Her voice rang clear. Parcel 118 be transferred to Thompson Holdings yesterday. 3:22 p.m. permits filed. Copies in the HOA portal. Susan's face tightened. A couple passing by slowed. Clara watched from her porch, rocking slowly, eyebrow raised. At the HOA meeting, the community center hummed with tension. Folding chairs creaked, coffee thermoses dotted hands, and murmurs buzzed. Susan sat behind a table, hair perfect, smile tight, flanked by Tom and Miss Ellis. Marcus stood, manila folder in hand, and raised his hand mid-mulch discussion. I've got a question about enforcement, he said, passing out printed bylaws. No rule bans short-term curbside parking without signs, yet I got a citation. Others didn't. He handed out photo scars parked on the same curb, untouched, one blocking a hydrant. The room stirred. I was fined for unloading groceries, Mrs. Chin said. I got a notice for my nephew's car, another added. Susan cleared her throat. Volunteers can't catch everything. Marcus's voice stayed even. Or some infractions only count for certain people. Gasps rippled. He held up a site plan. I've also bought the Willow lot. It's now guest parking, free, permitted, serving the community. Susan's jaw clenched. That lot was unassigned, he added. Never HOA property. A blog post titled, HOA Showdown, exploded online, racking up 2,000 shares. Susan scrolled through it, her teacup trembling, comments tearing into her. Tom sipped juice, muttering it'll blow over. She slammed her phone down. Not if he keeps grandstanding. Outside, neighbors lingered longer. Miss Ellis hesitated on votes, and the skateboard kid nodded at Marcus like an old pal. Then came the invoices 3, slipped into Marcus's mailbox, identical charges from Bright Cape Solutions, a vendor Gloria couldn't trace in state records. It's a placeholder, she said. Wanting to dig. Dig, Marcus replied. That evening, a neon pink sticky note stuck to his doorframe read, Check line 14, August. His heart stayed steady, but his gaze sharpened. At the emergency HOA session, the hall was packed. Marcus laid out the EVY Denke. 3 payments to Bright Cape, no bids, all signed by Tom, linked to a Delaware shell company. A retired clerk, Mr. Hawkins, confirmed this is conflict of interest, maybe fraud. Voices rose gnomes fined, wind chimes ignored, basketball hoops banned. Susan stammered, clerical oversights. Tom snapped, it's a smear campaign. Marcus turned to the crowd. This isn't just houses. It's a community. Rules should build trust, not walls. Miss Ellis called the vote. Suspend Tom. No confidence in Susan. Hence shot upova damli funjam. Susan grabbed her purse, face pale. Tom muttered, stumbling out. The kid whispered to Marcus, "You didn't yell once. And you won." The willow lot bloomed into a community hub, edged with benches and maples, a sign honoring Lena Thompson, 1919-1999. At a fall festival, kids darted between hay bales, grills smoked, and teens strung lights. Miss Ellis handed Marcus a plate of pulled pork. "You could have had the gavel," she said. He smiled. "Never needed it. Quiet support works better." Gloria called his blog post had sparked HOA reforms nationwide. "I just wanted a park," he joked. Clara approached, arm linked with a skateboard kid. They sat on a new bench, Edison bulbs swaying above. "It's not the space," Clara said. "It's what people do when they're in VY TED-in." Marcus nodded, looking over the laughter, the cornhole games, the new faces mingling freely. Willow Creek felt alive again, shaped by resolve, not rage. One steady voice had reminded them what fairness looked like. What do you think? Did Marcus go too far exposing the HOA? Or was his quiet rebellion just what the community needed? Should he have taken a board seat to keep pushing change, or was stepping back the smarter move? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if you're Team Marcus, and subscribe for more stories that spark a fight for what's right.